sometimes you read an article and you just say to yourself, I can't. I just can't. Final Dust right here. If you haven't subscribed to that channel, hit that button. Subscribe to the channel so I can bring you more ridiculous stories like this one. This is coming from a site called CheatSheet.com. Haven't heard of it before, but I saw this article pop up. Sometimes you know the writer's probably just trolling you. I think this is probably the case because I can't believe anyone would seriously write this and take this seriously. Honest journalism here. But here we are. This is, did Anakin being the chosen one almost ruin Star Wars? Did Anakin almost ruin Star Wars? No, Disney almost ruined Star Wars. Some people would say they did ruin Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy almost ruined Star Wars. Some people would say she did ruin Star Wars. The character of Rey, not Daisy Ridley's fault, the character of Rey almost ruined Star Wars. Some people would say she already did. Creating a savior-like central character in movies can arguably never be done again because of the Star Wars saga. Not that some movies still try. This chosen one trope already seemed worn by the time the first Star Wars prequel released in 1999. Before I even go on, is Rey not a savior-like character? Did she not become, in Disney's mind, the new chosen one? Was she not handed everything on a platter? I don't know how... Perhaps the prequel releases were a bit off in their timing due to the times. After all, by the time The Phantom Menace released 21 years ago, no one was really doing savior stories anymore, other than the Harry Potter books. One might say the Star Wars prequels set it back in motion, what with the Harry Potter movie adaptations starting just a couple years later. As iconic as that chosen one plot idea is, fans are more than a little down on it nowadays. On Reddit, fans gripe about whether it really ruined the Star Wars prequels or helped them become more compelling. I have never heard anyone complain about the fact that Anakin was the chosen one as being a problem with the prequels. People have problems with the prequels. You know, it's clear that people have had problems with the prequels, although I think they've aged really well. I've always defended Revenge of the Sith. Attack of the Clones, I actually like Phantom Menace better than Attack of the Clones, but, you know, it was not the stories weren't the problem, it was the execution, but nonetheless, I've never heard anyone complain that Anakin being the chosen one was a problem with the prequels. One user noted, the whole chosen one thing didn't work with Anakin, but it worked with Rey. I find that in films, as in real life, the best way to ruin a kid is to tell them they are special. It just leads to arrogance and them not trying. Boy, that's kind of what happened with Anakin, though. He fell to the dark side because he thought he was the chosen one. He was expecting too much. That's kind of the whole point of his character. The reason we got Vader. That wasn't an issue with the storytelling. That was driving the storytelling. It's why I love Rey. Oh, here we go. Here we go. She's an exiled princess. An exiled princess? Where in the sequel trilogy is she a princess? She was a freaking child of a rejected clone of Palpatine. Palpatine made himself the Emperor. He wasn't royalty. He came from Naboo, where Padme was royalty. Where the heck is she? An exiled princess, a Disney princess who had to endure pain and suffering and abandonment. A statement like that gives a more approving nod to the recent new trilogy, especially since it knocked the Chosen One concept on its head. No, it tried to replace the Chosen One. It tried to replace Anakin with Rey. That's all it did. It didn't knock anything on its head. Rey is projected to be the Chosen One in Disney's trilogy. Since George Lucas had his story outline already in place, though, the prequels were inevitably going to stay consistent with his vision. The above fan comment, however, does bring a valid point about Anakin Skywalker. Nope. Other fans point out he really never did reference himself as a savior. No, it's true, he didn't. Other than others saying so. No one really said so. I mean, well, Obi-Wan finally says you were the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the Force. Other than that, Yoda references the prophecy with Mace, but it's never really told. It's never really told to Anakin in the prequel trilogy, or really in Clone Wars, other than at the end of Revenge of the Sith when Obi-Wan says that to him. That's about it. Another Reddit user pointed out above, I used to love The Phantom Menace as a kid. It was the first Star Wars film I saw, but it hasn't aged well. I don't know about that. A lot of people actually think it's aged better in the light of the sequel trilogy. Things like the prophecy, the virgin birth, midichlorians, and so on made Star Wars feel too small. Prophecy and the virgin birth, I mean, that's like biblical stuff there. How does that make you feel too small? It's insanity. Maybe the new trilogy helped humanize Star Wars movies better than they ever were. Oh my gosh, I can't even finish it. You get articles like this, and I don't know how you don't. I don't know how you don't believe that this is just intentionally trolling. To say, I mean, to have the just unawareness to say that Anakin possibly ruined Star Wars because he was the chosen one, and then go on to say Rey is this great, I don't know, savior of Star Wars. She was just replacing Anakin. That's all that happened there. So let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching the video. Do give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.